in to make us a theme.
This will be replaced by a multiverse.
Welcome to Butt State.
People hear us yet?
We are live.
Back live at 5 times 2, boys and girls. That's 10 p.m. if you do this
Hey,
right. Live at 5 times 2.
welcome back to Butt State. Live at 10 o'clock every Friday. This song right here.
Live at 5 it sounds good, but we can't say live at 5. So live at 5 times 2.
We'll see you then at 10. Like, there's nothing really goes to 10. Crazy hour in the dudes.
We in the book.
Times two.
Welcome back to Butt State. We got some more artwork. This is great timing. I love it.
Okay.
Just go ahead and show it to the camera.
I
Man.
can't fight with that.
There you go, Dan.
She's got a very intelligent daughter.
Oh, well, look at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Started early.
Good job, sweetie. Yeah, you know what? Just...
All right.
Get it, puppy. We always got the dogs.
Oh, you're raising her
I
right.
love it. It's just
Yeah.
like a mad
You're
social.
raising her right.
It's like I need to get a dog to bring over to do the show. If you guys ever do the show at my house, there's no dog.
Yeah, there's got to be a dog that runs around and
Yeah,
picks
get a
stuff
dog.
up.
A
It's
chinchilla.
important.
Just don't pull out your bird.
Boys, welcome back to Butt State. Welcome back, alumni. We are the only show that parallels the Three Stooges, but adds a lot more liquor. And as always, to my right, we have Coach Matt, a.k.a. Let's see here.
There's an AKA.
a.k.a. Raymond Tango.
Right. Well,
And,
right.
to my left, we have Coach Chris, a.k.a. Gabriel Cash. Myself, Professor Dan. I guess I'm Martin Riggs, and I gladly accept this title. This crazed non-vet. This is another episode of Butt State. If you're watching this now, you are watching live. We're on Twitter at Butt State Show. You can check it out here on the bottom left. There's our Twitter handle. Send us a tweet. Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on the Ustream site for this week. But we got a big announcement. We are going to switch over to YouTube exclusively next week. So we will be broadcasting live and sending the recording of that live show to YouTube. So Ustream no more.
That's
YouTube the future.
that's Butt State on YouTube,
Butt State on YouTube.
which is different than ButtTube. Yes.
You'll find out. You searched the wrong way. But you will. I bet you. You know what? Let's look up ButtTube and see
I
what
don't.
comes up.
I
I
don't think
we should go.
we need to look up ButtTube. I think we know what comes up.
I'm pretty sure in 8th grade I've been to butt tube.
Oh, yeah.
We need to
Do you
go
think it's
back.
going to be medical oriented?
It's
Like
not-
possibly a device that's used to treat an illness?
The only way it's medical orientated is if you go to butttube.edu or .org, and there's still a good chance a porn company has
I'm
bought
pretty
that.
sure
down.
ButtTube.edu.
nothing medical is actually saying ButtTube.
ButtTube.org.
I don't
No, that's what they use when you get a colonoscopy.
really. And you think that's what the doctor says? Doctor, hand me a ButtTube stat. It's
Or a
not
butt
like
cam.
Not like okay. Well,
An ass cam.
not like a.
So, also, if you guys want to hit us up, we're on Skype at Butt State Show. Shoot us a call. We're also, shoot us an email at buttstateshow@gmail.com. Boys, welcome back. I'm glad to be back here. Back again in the Bat Cave.
Always a pleasure.
Batcave 2. We got some lovely artwork up made for us by some fans. Oh, yeah, the official Batcave. He's got the Bat Dad shit rocking. And it appears USC sucks. I don't know where I got this from or, you know, who told me this.
Very intelligent
If,
daughter.
but if
somebody-
Orange's daughter didn't make that, I'd roll it up and put it inside Batman.
Who you put it inside who now?
Well,
Which Batman you talking about?
not that one.
You're not putting anything in me, pal. Sure, that one time freshman year.
Not George Clooney.
Little broke back.
You putting it on Ben
Batman
Affleck?
moment. Broke back.
False. Well, I don't agree that he should be Batman.
He's looking big as
Yeah,
shit.
I know. Orange is in the comics.
Unless you want to go down a nerdy
Batman.
road where I'm just going to drop knowledge bombs. I stay clear.
Knowledge bombs.
Here's the thing. When it comes to the comic books, I won't even argue that you're dropping knowledge bombs. I'm sure you know what you're talking about.
I do.
But for the rest of us that didn't read any of those comics, Ben Affleck should not be Batman.
Did you watch the cartoon growing up? The animated
Yes.
series?
He didn't. That does not look like Ben Affleck.
Okay, outside.
Has to
Okay,
deal with a strong jaw, is
Out
what you're
of
saying.
Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, Listen, Michael Keaton's my favorite Batman because he grew up. He was Batman. But out of all of them, Ben Affleck is probably the most accurate looking Batman. Just
But he's
saying.
still Ben Affleck. That's the thing.
We'll watch the movie and then.
It's like when you watch fucking Born Identity and like Matt Damon's kicking everyone's ass. But
Have you
like,
seen
he's
the
still Matt
previews
Damon.
yet? Have you seen the trailers? Because I had my.
I've seen some of them.
I had my questions when I first heard he got cast, and now that I've seen him in the Batsuit, now that I've
No,
seen him playing Bruce
him
Wayne.
in the bat suit,
Well, yeah, it makes a big difference.
He fills out that leather.
chiseled body.
Dude,
Perfect
listen,
jawline.
I'm not gonna. I won't lie. I might be one of the guys sitting there at midnight waiting to see that movie right when it gets released.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm super psyched, dude.
Oh wow.
Batman and Superman. I read those books growing up. I still go every Wednesday. I still buy comics. I'm
That's all right.
just a huge fan.
It's good. We're
Okay, but on a scale of 1 to 10, would you rate Batman or Chris Christie's Moose Knuckle higher on the list of best Moose Knuckles that you're gonna see?
Remember the George Clooney Moose Knuckle?
Who was prepared for the Moose
I
Knuckle
hate the
comment?
fact that
I'm not going to go there. I will get up. I'll walk off Butt State right now. We're actually going to go into Moose
I'll
Knuckle.
turn this car on right now.
Right.
I just wanted to throw a zinger in there, any kind of a segue into our Facebook post.
if you
'cause,
don't, if you don't know what we're talking about, check out our Facebook page.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been hitting
It's all
up
up on
some
the Facebook
pretty
page.
decent memes.
He is the man with no Moose Knuckle.
who,
This-
Almost no.
Chris Christie?
Almost no Moose Knuckle at all.
It
Matter of
does
fact,
look kind of like
instead
a
more
thong.
more of a deer foot.
yes, he does have the foot of
Isn't
the
a
deer.
moose knuckle would
pig's
be
foot.
bigger than a deer foot?
Yes, but he has no Moose Knuckle to speak of.
Girl, I can see your
You
pig's
zoom
feet.
in on that. This is pretty big.
What? I thought... I mean, didn't you send me a text that said...
This man, I sent you a text that said this man has no dick.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
We're gonna pull it up on the.
Well, that's... Hold on, though.
on the
That's what I'm
website here.
saying. She gotta be...
Isn't that a moose knuckle?
Here.
No.
What's going on?
We'll show
there?
everybody on the show
Moose
here.
Knuckle is the male version of...
Show everybody here on the.
See, I thought it went camel toe, deer foot, moose knuckle. Just the
No.
bigger you got,
Oh, that's terrible.
the bigger the
That's
species
terrible.
became. I
That's-
don't know.
It probably ought to
So
be
do you
used
think that,
it
or-
could be used that way.
You know.
That's god awful. That's
Either
the
way,
poor man.
he doesn't have a dick.
Who told that man to put those pants on and tuck his shirt?
Well, not that high. It's seriously higher up on his belly than it is lower on his belly. Like it's above his belly button. You can see the
Can
dimple
you
of
use
his
the,
belly button.
the thing? Can we circle?
Oh.
Why
Maybe
can't
you-
he just be a normal?
If we could somehow illustrate on this, let's see here.
Why
If I
does?
could
Why
overlay
can't
the
he just be?
whiteboard.
Why can't he just be a normal politician? Come out in jeans and the jersey and throw the pitch. Why did you have to put the whole get up on?
I don't understand.
Why did they have to scoop jelly into a
They
medical
didn't-
glove and send it out there with a blue top?
Most people, seriously, most people come out with a jersey and jeans.
Yeah, you've seen
Yes.
seen Bush do it. You've seen Obama do it. They come out in jeans and maybe a jacket, sometimes a jersey. They throw out the pitch. They wave.
We can't draw on him yet.
That's all right.
He
We
looks
don't-
like, remember, what was that? Was that SNL?
If I could,
that
like,
was SNL,
if I could
right?
save
With
the
Pat.
picture.
Remember Pat, like the character? You weren't sure if it was like a man or a woman.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
That's
feel
the
so
body looks
sexy.
like Pat.
He really does look like Pat when he's wearing baseball pants. It's kind of sad.
Okay. Yeah,
I feel bad.
God. And this, we're not going to get political. Fuck it. But you can't be a good president without a good advisor, and he doesn't have good advisors because somebody would have advised him to take his ass back in the dugout and fucking change.
Right. Take those pants off, dude.
You can't go out looking like that.
Go put some
If that was
jeans
my
on.
guy, I'd be like, hey,
Large ones.
Hey, pal.
That are a little bit saggy.
We're not doing the coach get up today. You're just gonna go out there in pants. You're not. Go change. You'll get
No
made.
one wants to see the whole outline of your lower gut. Like the lower piece.
Yeah. Or if or if I was working for him, I would have strapped a prosthetic to him so he was walking out there looking like fucking Hung Chow.
Okay.
The fucking slap a summer sausage in there. He's got the biggest dick in the
Just so he
country.
can feel good about himself.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, he's got to go walk out in front of the people. He's already Chubbs Magoo.
Yeah, he's got to get a boner not to piss on his pubes.
Well, we've started out crass. Everyone, we apologize.
I don't give a shit. Have you heard that guy talk? Fuck him.
Who, Chris Christie?
Fuck
come
him
on
and his
now.
lack of dick.
Come on now.
That's not good.
Easy now.
Well, any guy's gonna shut
We're not going
down
political.
what did he do? Like shut down a bridge for political reasons to piss off the fucking governor of New Jersey over some personal bullshit?
I don't know. Do we want to go down a political road?
First
We're
of
getting
all,
dangerous.
I think little dick jokes are great. Let's just stick with
On
those.
the record,
I know, but now-
I think that's funny to close anything and annoy me. I mean,
On the record.
I mean, I'm sure there's been a lot of stuff that's closed that was messed up. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The psychopolitical. Let's not go down there.
It's not
Rob.
even-
It'll
it's-
just. We're gonna go. It'll end up going in a direction we don't need to go.
I got something to jump into if you
No,
guys
no,
got
no,
a
no,
second.
no, no.
Are you ready to go?
No, you're producer. You do
Which
it.
scene was it?
I mean, I have.
Scene's the USC
You can't. So you go like this and go back to the title screen.
No, why?
No one wants to see that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go back to the main
No,
cam.
because it was USC.
No, we're just
so
going
I
main.
wanted to see a little reminder of busting the
Do you even know what you're
It was-
sitting under this week?
Oh, you're
You're
gonna-
strategically placed.
you're
Well, I
Like
don't think
this.
the people can tell.
And then
Well,
maybe
you
you're
can't
No,
gonna-
to be
tell.
honest, my angle on the camera, I can't ever see. Yeah, I see what's there. I saw it.
United States of Notre Dame.
And then what? You just look
I
at
just,
the image.
No, come on. We're just wasting time.
That's how you do
We
it.
only got 2 hours to get a podcast. We wasted looking at
All right,
fucking shitty
so
pictures.
boys, one thing I wanted to point out, and I don't know if this is up anyone's alley, but on Monday, you guys know you guys are usually very busy on Mondays, but February 8th, Raw is coming to town,
No.
Oof.
and I want to get $20 seats.
No.
I'm in. I'm fucking in.
No. I won't. I
Stakes
won't.
out.
Why?
I'm trying to get you guys to go to the actual wrestling state
We'll go to that too.
championships, and you want to go to Raw.
Who says they have to be exclusive?
You
When
asked
if I
us
was
to go, we
12,
said-
I would say, yeah, awesome, let's go to Raw.
I'm not gonna go ringside and fucking.
Can we have
full
ice
side.
cream and a sleepover afterwards? Can we
No,
play
but
video
you can
games
have
all night?
17 beers.
I would give you ice cream if you wanted
can't
it.
go to Raw.
If that's what
man.
we're bringing
You
in.
can go to
I
Raw.
can't do that. I can't do that. It's beyond my capabilities.
It's not beyond your capabilities.
It is. It is. I am not capable of sitting through a whole Raw live and being around Raw fans live. Sorry, Raw fans. I'm sure there's tons of you that are totally normal.
It would
But-
also be the best thing about doing it is just bringing you there and watching you go. Oh god damn it,
Dude, whatever. If it's a Dan and Chris trip, I'm in. I'll go to Raw.
And it's
I
on.
can't not go. if
It's
you
on
guys
our
are doing that.
Get back coach has his day off on Mondays too, so we could bring him along too. And
It's
I know
just-
he'd be his kind of
It's
his
just
kind of shit fight.
it's just checking something off that I've always wanted. I've never gone to Raw, and back in
Me
the
neither.
Attitude Era when I was a huge fan.
More importantly, T-Birds are winning right now against Portland. Current score. Please get us off Raw.
It was Tuesday.
You
You
don't
don't
want to
have
talk
to get off
politics. I
Raw.
don't want to. That's the same thing to me.
Well, it was
Raw
a
and
bit of a segue.
politics.
Yeah, they both are equally unappealing topics.
Well, it's not giving me what is it? It's 10-13 right now.
3-0.
It's
Seattle.
T-Birds are up on Portland in Portland 3-0.
It's a
Final.
wonderful hockey
That's
night.
the game.
That is final. Okay.
It's a wonderful hockey night. For years
What's up,
watched
people?
the T-Birds. The T-Birds lose to the Portland Winterhawks. I'm tired of it. I'm
Shitter
enjoying the
cocks.
wins.
But Kolzar had another 2 goals.
Also, the
tonight.
Red Wings won tonight, 3-0.
Colasar.
Excellent win.
Well, he had a goal.
It was a good hockey night.
He had a goal Tuesday.
game
Bud
we
State
won,
was
yeah.
there. 2 for Tuesday.
Bud State was there.
If you have not been out to a hockey game, let me tell you, 2 for Tuesdays tonight to go.
You go on down and you
Club seats for $20.
go on down to your mom's purse and you lift about $40 to $50. And you go down to the Kent Showwear Center and you watch yourself a hockey game.
Da-da, da-da, da-da,
Of course, they
da-da.
fucking get us
Hospital
for
for a year
fucking
when I
ads,
was a
sons of
kid.
bitches.
So are people just watching this?
What they're watching is our.
They're watching us?
What's all this that
We're talking about 2 for Tuesday.
We're talking about Happy Tuesday. Nope, this is big stuff.
Suck.
You suck!
This is 2 weeks into Saskatoon.
You suck!
All the
But wait a
fans
minute.
did this was
So
the best.
why that song? Why Kurt Angle? What does that have to do with
Because
Kurt
obviously the hockey fans were plugged into the nomenclature of the BWF band. Well, knowing
You guys seen Foxcatcher? I
Yeah.
watched that recently in the documentary on Mark Schultz.
No,
Dave
I
Schultz.
have not
I
seen
knew about the Schultz brothers as far as wrestling, but I didn't know.
But you know how fucked up that DuPont guy was?
Did not know that.
Yeah, that was some shit.
Did not know all that. It was the movie. I can't even say it was good. It was just worth watching.
It was very disturbing to watch. It was
Yeah.
hard to watch at times.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, Foxcatcher, great movie. Steve Carell, Channing
See
Tatum,
the documentary
Mark
first,
Ruffalo.
though. Well,
It's-
apparently, Mark Schultz. I was reading a thing tonight. He says that he said a whole bunch of that movie is portrayed wrong, and he was not happy with the way it went.
You did say it seemed like him and DuPont's relationship was way more sexual than it really was.
And it was. Well, he said it wasn't. Period.
No, that's what he's saying. The
Right.
movie made it look like there was a lot more
Like
homoeroticism
tension.
going on than there actually was.
which apparently there was not.
They Top Gunned it.
I just didn't like it because they didn't put anything in the story about what Dave was doing. Because Dave, first of all, they made it seem like Dave was just a coach. Dave won gold medals and world championships of his own.
Yeah, they touched on it real quick, but yeah, the 30 for 30. I think it's called what is it called? The Prince of Philadelphia.
Prince of Pennsylvania.
Prince of
It's
Pennsylvania.
good. It's good.
It's
I
depressing.
think it was better than the movie though.
Yes.
The 30 for 30.
Oh yeah.
So Steve Carell, in the beginning of that movie, I know you were not supposed to laugh at that guy's character, but I was laughing.
Dude, by the end though, did he not just creep you the fuck out?
Yeah, especially
Like
all the mouth
portraying
breathing, man.
DuPont. Yeah.
All the mouth breathing and the standing.
The scene in the trophy room where he just gets everybody to attack him and wrestle with him.
Yeah,
that
and he
literally
really did that
creeped
stuff.
me out.
But you
like,
could tell,
oh,
man. They say he was inbred.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
He clearly had a disability of some kind because that guy was off.
Oh, he's definitely. I mean,
He was way off.
Yeah. No, it's a very well done 30 for 30.
Or
But it's incredibly
More
depressing.
worth watching is going back. You get on the internet and you find yourself some Schultz brothers wrestling matches because those are quality. If you know the sport of wrestling, which is unfortunate, I feel like we need to somehow do this for the people. People need to just understand what they're watching. If you know how the scoring system works, if you know the sport,
is,
then it becomes
but
entertaining.
We can't bring the collegiate wrestling platform to them. We can't broadcast it right now. It's
Yeah,
not broadcasted
that's true.
on a big enough scale for people to care.
No.
Like they'll do nationals and they'll do regionals in the NCAA tournaments at 2 a.m. if
Right.
you're up and you want
No, I
to check
know.
it
I
out.
watch
it's,
it.
It's tough,
Yeah.
and I'll watch if it's
Well,
on.
like if you got BTN or the college
Big Ten
networks,
Network and
you
stuff,
can
yeah.
see you can. They, a matter of fact, today was Illinois was wrestling somebody.
Yeah, if you can get those the conferences back in the Midwest, they'll show it because those fucking hay chuckers are out there just yeah, you'll watch it. It's good.
Well, here's a way if you want to get people back in the sport. What we need to do is remake Vision Quest with new actors.
I don't want to see another wrestling movie about the greatness of the head and arm.
Yeah, it's all laterals, head and arms. He just goes and works out by himself. Okay, head and arm, all right. Lateral, all right, all right. It was like the Luke Gunter story.
When
Boys,
I
remember
go
this
ahead.
one? Hey, takedown tournament. They obviously did that at the beginning of the year.
Of course, I
so,
remember this.
the time when a certain unnamed wrestler would
Oh yeah,
put 3
I
guys in.
can throw his name out there.
I'm sure he wouldn't be mad about it.
There's a butt state record that's kept in the butt state annals forever.
Tales of Rivalry.
There was Luke Gunter, and I don't know what the number was, but it was in the teens. I believe it was
supposed to be
like
like
13
20-something.
or so. Well,
Every time the story gets
The
told,
the
it's
story
more.
gets told. It keeps no, but he like in a takedown tournament, he took this kid, lateraled him like 13 to 15 times in a row, just over and over and over every time.
It's a 1 minute round.
He'd tie up and he'd just throw him on his back again, over his head, on his back. I mean, these were textbook, full arcing laterals over. I don't know why, but he did.
I don't know much about collegiate wrestling. Can you fisherman suplex someone, or is that strictly WWE?
Can you tombstone?
I know you can't tombstone.
Where's the tables?
Can you hold a guy up and turn and drop?
What do you mean there's no
You
Spanish
won't know.
announcers?
You know why? Because he's not going to balance for you to turn and
Throw
drop him.
himself.
Well, I don't
off
need
of
you to
the-
balance. I'll put you in a fisherman's right now.
Right, of course. I
Figure
would
4.
give all the little money I have to see that.
Well, you wouldn't see it. You'd be knocked the
Would
fuck
see it
out.
It'd come ninja style.
It would. I'll John Ryan jump this table.
Okay. Well,
Land goes first.
more important. Well, where are we at? Let me stop directing traffic.
I don't know as far where
I've
we're
never
at. I
been a
mean,
man to enforce the rules.
We got some notes here.
I think we're steering away from the
I got some
sad
things, but
news
I got
of
some
the
things
week.
to save over. Yeah,
There's really no long. We don't have to dwell on it too long. The Hawks are done.
we didn't do
It's
our
over.
toast to start off this week. Finally, I don't
Well,
know what happened there. Is it a
We'll
dead
drop
thing?
it in the middle.
We'll do it.
We'll drop it right in the middle this week to cheer things up because I can't toast till we just discuss this and then put it to bed.
We'll get it done. Let's get it out of the way.
We know what it is. Here's Here's how I sum it up, and I want this to go out. Where's the camera? I want this to go out to all the Carolina fans because I understand. But basically, what happened is, you remember there was a time in your life when your dad would just whoop you at everything. Everything you'd play and try to do, you'd play games, you'd play sports, and your dad would just whoop you. And one day, your dad said, you know what, I'll spot you 19 and we'll play to 21. And finally you had hit puberty, and that day you beat your dad, finally, because you beat him 21-20 in the yard because he spotted you 19 on the way to 21. You know what, Carolina? We spotted you 31, and we found out
that was
31
was one touchdown too much.
It's just too much. You know what? Congratulations, Cameron. Congratulations, Carolina. You guys are a great team. You'll move on to do big things, but I'm just saying, Dad just, overestimated a little bit of how bad we could whoop you.
Yeah. For me personally, I don't know how everybody else feels, but for me personally, I hope Carolina's the team that goes on and wins it. Because if whoever knocks Seattle out, I want them to go on to be the Super Bowl champs. It's just the way I feel. Like if we got knocked out at the end of the year, be like, you know what, we lost to the Super Bowl champs.
You know what I think is the best outcome that could possibly happen, and it's the one for the record that I think won't happen.
Is it ISIS attacks the NFC Championship and they fucking all die?
Well,
they just fucking stop the season.
Absolutely not.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Absolutely not.
Well, okay, please continue then. Sorry.
Anyway, Dan's got a way of.
Do we want to update to Windows 8.1?
What? No.
Not
I feel
now.
like we were on a cooking show. We were making soup, and Dan just took a shit.
No, that's cool. That came up at the right time because we're talking about Windows. Everyone's gonna figure out what the fuck was you said.
Anyway,
Windows 8.1. It's a great platform. It's way better than Vista, and it's one step higher than 7. So
it's a couple bucks, Bill Gates.
I said I was the best outcome
from
for
the
the NFC Championship.
The Broncos winning the Super
whole
Bowl.
Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Oh,
that would be the best.
song
No,
for Peyton
listen right now. You listen.
No, I'm gonna listen. I just
Carolina, Arizona, New England. You're telling me that as a Seattle fan, any of those three winning a Super Bowl sits well with you? The guys that beat us last year, no, I don't like that.
No,
The guys that just beat us, yeah, okay, they beat us, they can win us. No, they can go to a Super Bowl, and that's good enough. I don't need them to win it. As a matter of fact, I prefer they don't. Or the guys in our division, and whose coach continues to become the new Harbaugh, just talking terrible about us. Even though, I gotta be honest, if I wasn't a Seahawks fan, I would be a Cardinals fan. I like the coach, I like the way but they look like us. It's like a copycat program. They're just trying to build it on defense, and they got a nice quarterback.
I don't, that's your opinion.
Just
I
like
just
your
don't-
opinion,
Really?
man.
So you would feel good. You would feel better about Carolina, the team
Yes.
that just beat you.
Yes. Right now, like if you're asking me who
The
I'm pulling
team
for the rest of the way,
that talked and disgraced us and said stuff like they're better, and then we came back and showed clearly if we just played a whole game, a whole 4 quarters of football, we probably would have beat them handily.
yes, I want them to go on and win the whole thing because Cam Newton said, he was like, you know what, he said, and I quote, I had tight butthole because I thought Seattle was going to come back and knock us out.
I had to quote.
So if they go on and win it, they still know, like, you know what, they're still Seattle. I don't know. I mean, when we get knocked out,
We're still Seattle either way.
I just want the team that knocks us out to go on and win it.
No,
That's how I
want
feel.
Peyton Manning's poor,
Not a fucking-
sorry ass to win
I
one
fucking
more
hate
Super Bowl so the
Peyton
world could leave him alone. I don't want Tom Brady to win another one at all. I don't.
I
Really
didn't
want,
say Tom Brady. I want Newton. I want the
don't
Panthers
want
to win.
Carolina to win it, man.
That's okay.
No.
We're clear on where you stand. We're clear on
But-
where I stand.
Well,
Are you going to argue me out of an opinion? That's not going to happen. You know that.
Where
No,
you
you're
stand,
not.
where
No,
you
you're
stand is an ignorant place.
not. No, it's not.
Carolina.
To be honest, boys, anywhere we all stand is an ignorant place.
That's a fact.
I mean, we're just
Let's be real.
we're strictly basing this all on opinion. Personally,
I
my
understand
preference is I would like to see Carolina win the Super Bowl.
Well, while you're telling us these are opinions, I understand their opinions. I think your opinion is stupid.
No, dude, I like their linebackers. Like Kuechly. I like.
I like
Star
their
Lotulelei.
team. They got talented players. I don't like them because we play them like twice a year, like they're in our division,
Hey.
and they talk shit
We
about
get
our team.
We get a local guy starting at tailback to win a ring. It's good. That's cool.
You like
Stewart?
of course, Jonathan Stewart getting a ring is cool.
Yeah.
Anything other than that, though, fuck that.
I don't have a problem with them winning it. And I know a lot of people in Seattle do, and I'm definitely
But I
the
don't
outcast.
even, I don't hate Cam Newton. I just don't like, it's a rivalry. They've become something like the Niners or the Cardinals now.
Yes,
It's our main rival. I don't want them to win anything. It's like you go tell an Auburn fan, hey, Bama beat you this year. Don't you want them to win the national title? No! No, I don't want them to win the national title.
But see, I look at like Arizona. Arizona's the one team I do not want winning a title.
Right, because they're in our
They're
division.
the last team.
Of course.
And I've said it 100 times, I do not like fucking Peyton Manning. I respect his game. I fucking hate Peyton Manning.
Even still?
He just
The
bugs
Broncos
me.
I hated.
I just fuck him.
I hated
Fuck him.
Colts Peyton Manning.
I cannot
like
articulate.
Broncos
Yeah,
Peyton Manning.
I can't articulate this for
Come on,
you
Papa
in a way that'll
John's.
make you go like, "Oh, good point."
And
All I can
Nationwide?
say is fuck him.
Oreos?
I like him as a commercial actor.
I didn't know he was.
Everything
Saturday Night
else-
Live, I mean, he's a funny guy.
Oh,
Steroids? Come on.
You're right.
Laser, rocket arm.
Outside of he's a fun. You know what? He's a funny commercial actor. He's done well on Saturday Night Live. I do not like him as a football player, and he is damn good at what he does.
Wait, see now this.
I just
now
don't
I gotta slow down because
fucking like
I
him.
want to understand. I just want to understand. You like him outside because normally it goes the other way. It's like he's a fine human being. I hate him as a football player. That's not usually how it's said. It's usually like I hate him off the field. I don't care how good he is. But you're saying you don't like the way Peyton Manning over his career. Peyton Manning has played football. What? Because he's so weak. He's a shitty guy.
Dude, what did I just say a couple seconds ago?
I don't know what you're saying.
I cannot articulate this in a manner that will make sense to anybody
okay.
else. I do
I
not
don't get
fucking
it.
like Peyton Manning. That's all I can say.
I just don't get
Fuck
that.
him. Fuck him.
So wait,
Fuck
hold on,
John
hold on,
Elway.
hold on.
His stupid teeth.
Who do you like less? Who do you
Than
like
Peyton
less?
Manning?
Hold on, Tom Brady or Peyton Manning?
That's why I want Carolina to win.
Are
Say
you
them both.
okay with Tom Brady?
No. Fuck them both.
Oh, well, okay.
So I want Carolina
I can
to win.
respect that, I
I
guess.
just want Carolina to win.
So he wants the AFC Championship to get bombed.
No, I don't want anybody to get bombed. We need to step away from this whole bombing situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not inciting anything.
Kind of think they'll have
specifically.
guys come running in the garage.
Yeah,
boots and-
we're out here broadcasting.
We know
You're
we
talking
did.
about
In the chest.
bombings. You have a fucking full beard. You
Right.
look like someone on the most wanted list.
Yeah, damn.
We just,
I am very sorry. I did not.
oh, you just need to chill the fuck out.
I am very sorry.
Let's not go to that road either.
We-
But that's
we,
just.
what
Who
we
is
need
your
to do is-
preference? We just argue back and forth. Who would you like to see win the Super Bowl?
I think it's like you said. It's just like any election of douches. Like you have to just pick the one you hate the least, and it's
Best smelling turd on the shit stack.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm just gonna say, shit. It's so hard, but it's like you said. It's like you have to pick your poison. It's like you can't give it to the Patriots because
No,
we
fuck
still feel bad about last year. You can't give it to the Cardinals, even though you are tempted to, just because they don't have a Super Bowl ring,
That's cool if Larry Fitz wins it, but Carolina doesn't have one either.
or Carolina for that matter. And like you said, maybe just to shut fucking Carolina up, just to get them, out of the fucking way, and then they'll fall off just like San Francisco did and fucking be a nothing team in a fucking few years. Or do you just give Peyton Manning his fucking swan song, even though it's unlikely against a defense of any caliber that's going to make it to the Super Bowl? You can want all you want, but it's not going to happen. He's going to go
not.
there.
They're
and
not
it's
going to do it.
It's going to be just like
the
the last Super
Patriots
Bowl.
are going to bump them this weekend.
Yeah, if they even and that's if they get past
That's what
the
pisses me
Patriots.
off. The Patriots are probably going to win the whole fucking thing.
I
But
don't
I'm
know.
going to cut you off.
So
Who's your pick?
I guess what you got to say is based on who wins the championship is who I'm going to pick. So if you say, okay, Patriots win the championship and the Panthers, I have to go Panthers.
Okay.
Even the Cardinals at that point. Because I'd rather have Tom Brady lose more than anything at that point.
Oh, if you want to put it down that
Peyton
way,
Manning
if
wins,
it's
then
Arizona,
I'm going to go with Peyton Manning to go for the win and just say fuck whoever beat us or the divisional rival and give him the W.
But no, see, I would agree with you there. I would root. At the end of the day, whatever team comes out of the NFC, that's who I'm going to want. Like if Arizona wins in Carolina, which I think is highly unlikely, I'd rather see Arizona win than Brady or Manning. I'm pulling for the NFC all the way. But if I had to take my top team's Carolina. I'd like to see them win the Super Bowl, personally. And don't ask me to explain it.
And which
Again,
one do you like in the
'cause I
swimsuit
fucking
competition? Because
can't.
that's more important, really.
Huh?
The swimsuit competition.
Nick Saban's daughter. That's who I like
They
in
got that
competition.
that nice Southern bells.
Or Rex Ryan's wife in open-toed flip-flops.
Yeah. Hanging her flip-flops out the window.
I think that those jokes have got man.
They're not stopping yet.
Anytime you take a shot.
So dead.
So is this show? I don't even. Do we have any viewers?
No.
We got Deuce.
Why
we got
we
two.
have viewers?
Viewers.
Hey, would you get on the old tablet and see if we got any chat coming in? Because I can't check on our screen.
I can do that.
Producer Chris.
So
some,
if we're trying to get through the Seattle shit.
We're done. Let's put it to bed. We all said our piece. We know
toast.
who we want to win the Super Bowl.
Okay,
And
well, but as far as like, but we're talking about a little bit of free agency and Bruce Irvin, Curse, Lynch. I mean, those are three big names that have been talked about a lot this week. Pumped about Irvin, man. Now, whether or not he actually takes a $3 to $5 million pay cut, like that's what he came out publicly and said. He's like, I'll take. It's probably closer to $3 million, but he says, I'll take $3 million off of the highest offer, and if Seattle can do that for me, I'll stay. And he seemed genuine, he's like, I can't imagine playing with anybody else. These guys are my brothers. I can't imagine listening to anybody else talk in the locker room besides Pete. He's like, I just really can't picture myself anywhere but here. Then again, it all comes down to signing day when somebody throws
a whole
ton of
bunch
money.
of money at you. Yeah, no, I just, you know what? This is the other thing. This is why I'm not too pumped about this.
You're not too pumped about what? Free agency?
I hope we keep everybody we can possibly keep.
Yes.
And I hope we just move forward and become a better team. I really want to keep Marshawn, and everybody talking about it just makes me mad. So I need time to grieve, boys. I think that's really what I'm saying here.
Yeah, because it's over.
We lost. The season's over, and it's not the loss that kills me. It's the way people are talking about the team and the things they want to do, and the disrespect shown to 24 is just, it outrages me. And you know what? Not to Belichick anything, but I'm on hockey. I'm on hockey. That's why the first thing we did is go to 2 for Tuesday. I got several adult beverages and enjoyed a hockey game. We whooped Saskatoon. Whip his ass! Whip his ass!
Oh my God!
It was 4 now at 4-0, right? We watched a 4-0 hockey game. The one hockey team Seattle has looks solid. I just want to move forward, boys. I can't. I'm sad. I'm sad that this weekend is the first weekend in 3 years that the NFC Championship comes up and I'm not watching the Seahawks. And I'm on hockey.
There's a lot more outpour of love for Lynch than I thought there would be, as far as, and I know you don't plug into the social media thing, so I get that, but as far as like, that's the one thing I use social media for, is just to talk and debate sports,
right.
Try to stay, like, to see what like the pulse of the city is, and there's an overwhelming sense of grief, because I think a lot of people feel like this is probably the last time we saw Marshawn Lynch play, and it's flat out depressing. Schneider has came out and said that they want Lynch back, but in all reality, they can't have Lynch back at $11.5 million. Now, where I feel, and Lynch has said they said he may be leaning towards retirement. Now, this is where I have faith in Pete Carroll as a recruiter.
I hate it.
Because, I could see Pete Carroll going to Lynch and going, listen, if you take a pay cut, I can put a good line around you. I can get you to the Hall of Fame. You and Rawls can... Lynch didn't close the door on Seattle like Clayton had said last week, where he's like, it's 100% done. I feel like if it was 100% done, Lynch would have... So he didn't have to... Because Lynch doesn't like to deal with the media or the drama, so I feel like if it was actually 100% done, Lynch would have closed the door on Seattle and made his intentions known.
Yeah,
and those haven't been done. And I guess I just have a little bit of faith in Pete Carroll as a recruiter to get in, to sit down with Lynch and be like, listen, if you take a little less, I can put a line around you, and we can get you a couple 1,000-yard years, maybe 800 each, get you another 1,600 yards. We win another ring. You're possibly a first ballot Hall of Famer. Either way, you're going to go into the Hall of Fame. So I guess I'm putting my faith in Pete to try to convince Lynch to stay. And at the end of the day, if Lynch really wants to retire, then God bless him for all he's done for the city, because it's been the best 5 years we've had from a running back in Seattle history.
Oh, totally.
Ever.
We've done enough. We do this every week.
Yeah.
We praise Lynch. Everybody knows how we feel.
His balls have to ache right now about all the time we spend talking about Marshawn Lynch, but he deserves it all.
He deserves it. Yeah. He deserves it. And I'm on to hockey. Go T-Birds. Go Red Wings.
We can't just jump, but we didn't talk about hockey.
I'm just saying, 2 games I'm on to hockey.
I know you're on to hockey, so you're just not going to talk until next week when we talk about hockey again? We'll have 2 games. We already covered them.
Matt Greaves in the Irish Way.
It's hard to have a sports podcast when you go, well,
We're
our team
okay.
played 2 games. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking out.
I mean, we played. What do you mean? We played more than 2
What about Kurtz? Do you have any thoughts on Kurtz? Kurtz saying you won't give Seattle a hometown discount, which I don't. He's not going to make a ton of money, so it doesn't matter.
Man, if we lose Kurtz, we lose Kurtz.
Yeah.
If we keep him, we keep him. I'd like to keep him. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
But
Everyone was worried about Golden Tate going away, and I don't think it really. I mean, yeah, we miss him, but you could see by how we fucking dealt with it in the draft and free agency by picking up Graham and how we picked up Lockett this year, that we're okay
Tyler Lockett's
losing
a
guys.
baller.
Yeah, and he's going to be a part of shit for years to come, hopefully, if he stays healthy. I mean, he's basically like Percy Harvin, but he doesn't get hurt all the goddamn time every time he gets hit.
And he's probably not going to be. It sounded like Percy Harvin was a head case.
I think he's a different guy than Percy Harvin. Not even. I'm just.
Just character-wise?
No, it's just even talent-wise. Like, the way he does things is different. He's like, I don't know. Percy had it, and I guess you can. I see how you can make the comparison because they're both fast and they both return punts and kicks and they both, play receiver a little bit. But like, I don't know. Tyler Lockett seems like an overall better receiver. It almost seems like than Percy Harvin, or at least more consistent.
That toe drag in the divisional game.
That he's made some big time catches.
Oh, and
he runs away, but he's scrappy too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Percy's got a lot of talent. Something about Lockett seems different.
It seems that Lockett might be one of the guys more inclined to work to get better. Is where.
I don't know. I have no idea what was up with Percy Harvin.
Well, because you notice like how like he came on to the scene, but he's just kind of been the same player. Like his game hasn't advanced, where you can see Lockett's game possibly advancing, and he can kind of climb that mountain to be a better player. It just seems like Percy Harvin. What Percy Harvin does, it seems like that's what you're gonna get, and it never seemed to evolve. I guess I can see Lockett evolving more than Percy has in his career.
Yeah, but I just don't even.
I don't know if I can say that with 100% confidence.
I don't even get Percy Harvin. I can't wrap my head around. I just know everywhere he goes, it seems like somehow there's an issue. Nobody wants to talk about Percy Harvin. What do we got?
Well, we can talk about the Bills. Where he's
at. Let's talk about the Bills.
The Bills.
Rex Ryan.
Yeah, Buffalo finished capital of the world.
His brother Rob.
Catherine Smith, first full-time female coach hired in the NFL. Special teams quality control coach.
What exactly is a quality control coach?
Don't know, but she's the first one to get the job.
Bet you she wears open-toed shoes.
Rex Ryan said that she's a great. Rex Ryan said she's been a great assistant for years. She deserves the opportunity, and outside of my wife, she's got the best looking feet in this organization. So
he actually said.
No, he didn't. Actually,
I wouldn't put it past Rex.
No, Rex didn't say it. Rob said it for him.
If we're covering stories, are we? See, this just sounds like we're covering stories of the day. The stories.
That's just in.
Do we get?
I covered a little. I mean, I was looking at other NFL news.
You guys? I was NBA news. David Blatt got fired today.
I was going to get to.
Were you? I was totally. Again, just. I just did not care, and I don't mean to just I don't want this to be my platform now. I don't care, but.
You've been saying
we keep bringing stuff up that I'm like, I see a lot of sports news that it was on ESPN. I came home from work, turned on the TV. ESPN is all they could talk about. It was like, this is such a non-story. When David Blatt got hired, I was like, sweet, I don't care. And now he got fired, and I still don't care. Why was David Blatt ever even a big deal? Some guy came in that, he was a coach of a professional team in another country, and it was a pressure job. It was the type of job where you lose games, you get fired.
What country?
I honestly don't know David Blatt's whole story. I'm not going to pretend to, but state.
Because it could be a country where you get your head cut off.
I don't think it was one of those. Okay. I don't think it was one of those at all. Not even close. I think we're talking like Spain, Italy.
Shooting hoops with fucking sandals on.
But the point is, when he came here, he wasn't like that big of a name. I don't think. To me, he wasn't. And I'm a casual sports fan when it comes to the NBA.
Obviously, it's not, if a casual sports fan doesn't know who he is, it's not a huge name.
Right. And at least when it comes to the NBA, I would say I'm a casual sports fan.
Yeah. LeBron wanted him out.
Well, but that's the thing.
Like
the
GM
made it really clear today. He was like, I'm getting tired of the narrative that LeBron just tells us all how this organization is going to be run. And it's not a shot on LeBron. LeBron is a huge part of everything we do. He wants nothing more than bring a championship to Cleveland. But I make decisions as a general manager. LeBron does not tell me what I'm supposed to do.
He's not reading the chat in here.
And when he said this, I realized, I was like, you know what, I believe that. He's the GM. He wants credit for his own decisions. He's not calling LeBron like, hey, is it okay if I fire your coach? I see that you guys don't like each other that much.
We sure?
I'm positive.
You sure? About
First of all, he doesn't need to call LeBron to get a feel on what LeBron thinks. He's in the locker room.
Who? David Blatt or the GM?
No, the GM. The GM goes in the locker room, he said, he was like, I've been doing this for a long time. I know what a locker room's supposed to look like, and I know what it's not. And I saw that it's not.
So
I fired him.
Let me ask you a question. You're the GM of the Cavaliers.
He knows LeBron doesn't like
Okay,
it.
just let me finish.
No.
You're the GM of the Cavaliers,
Okay,
right?
right.
You're
I got it.
outside of the owner. You're the most powerful position because you hire,
Yes,
fire.
understood.
Okay.
I know who I am.
LeBron comes to you and goes, I don't like this guy. Get him
Right.
the fuck out of town because I don't want to play for him. Now, in a public, are you going to come out and be like, yeah, as a GM, I'm letting my players undermine me?
Of course not. You're not going to say that. However,
So then why is it out of the realm of possibility that LeBron was just like, fuck David Blatt, fire him, and this guy's
Because-
just covering his own ass so he doesn't seem like he's getting bossed around by a player?
I'm pretty because one, it was hearing the guy talk. You could hear when a guy is BSing. Now, sure, he could be a masterful liar, yeah, of course, but I really don't see that either. Why do you think LeBron, one of the best players in the entire world, do you really think that's what he's doing? He's like going to the GM and demanding a coach get fired. I just don't. And again, they've won
Because at this
a lot
point,
against-
he's about winning a title. And
right,
if he doesn't
right.
think that
But
this
the
guy's
G-
going to
I'm
take him
pretty
to a
sure the
title,
GMs
so then he
I'm
wants
pretty
him
sure the
out.
GM saw that. And was like, yeah,
I'm not.
Dude, everybody was talking about LeBron and the coach not liking each other that much.
No,
and
I
the
just think
coach
it's
not really fitting
I think
in.
it's very within
Why
the,
does the LeBron have to tell the GM to make that happen? What is the GM's job? What's he supposed to be
I don't
doing?
know. I just think it's very well within the realm of possibility that LeBron was the one who was like,
guess.
fire this fucking guy. I don't want him here anymore.
Maybe, man. I don't see that though. I think like the best basketball player in the world's got more important things to worry about than going to the GM and crying about getting the guy fired. Like I don't. LeBron was already for what it looked like when I saw the games and him on the sideline looked like LeBron's coach of the team anyway. I don't think LeBron's worried about David Blatt.
Right,
I think
so-
LeBron didn't like David Blatt, and I think the GM sat back and watched this go on for a while and then went, we gotta get this guy out of town.
So if you were sitting back, then why wouldn't you just hire LeBron as a player coach? Work for Bill Russell.
Because that's just not. What are you talking about? Why are you throwing that out there like that's just what people do every day?
No, it's
You
not
don't-
what people
You don't
do
need to
every
hire him
day,
as a player
but
coach.
it's
You got a
happened,
coach that
and
you
it's
want to
worked.
hire. Clearly, they wanted that assistant. Did you see the assistant? The assistant's some smooth-looking dude. Looks like he's running the show anyway.
LeBron and Dwayne Wade coached Miami.
That-
David Spolstra just fucking hung out,
Spolstra. And I
spray
don't-
tanned. You tell me Spolstra was out there like, you see like the little huddles? Like, LeBron.
Are you telling me you really think you got that tan on the beach?
LeBron, no, but LeBron and Dwayne are sitting there like talking about the inbound
right,
plays,
right.
and Spolster's just
I
like,
hear you.
"Hey, I'm going to learn some stuff, and I'm going to teach some 11-year-olds."
Right, and Spolstra didn't get fired, did he?
He's gonna.
Because LeBron didn't go
now they
to
suck
Pat Riley and go,
dick.
please fire him. I just don't see.
Because
I
Pat
don't
Riley's
see-
a GM that doesn't listen to fucking
Okay,
players.
but I don't think LeBron is behind everything the Cavaliers do. I think that's kind of ridiculous.
No, but I think he's got a major influence.
Of course. Which is why I don't think you need to ask him. I think it was pretty clear by watching he wasn't a big fan of the coach.
Okay, yeah, but I wasn't. I mean, I guess we are arguing, but still, like, why not just make him the players' coach?
Because it's not really done very often.
But it appears that he's been doing it in Miami and in Cleveland.
Like every
why not just give him
captain
the-
of every team doesn't do that.
Yeah, but the last two
Like,
teams
come
he's
on,
played
no,
for,
every team has leaders, and you know it. They grab guys on the sidelines, they start telling them how to play the game. Everybody has that.
Oh, I
you don't
get
make
that.
them the coach.
I get that, but if you were in a defensive huddle and a fucking player stepped in front of you and started telling guys what to do on the next
I'd get
play,
fired like David Blatt did.
well, you wouldn't let that happen.
No, that's what I'm saying. LeBron doesn't have to go cry and make a scene and demand a man be fired.
I'm saying at this point in his career,
LeBron just needs to show everybody I don't really like my head coach, and then I'm pretty sure head coach is going to be gone soon.
okay, so who's out there that can coach that team?
I don't know. I'm not
Championship?
even getting into that because honestly, like I said,
Outside of Phil Jackson,
outside of Phil Jackson,
you hire Phil Jackson right now. Cleveland's
Phil
winning the
Jackson's
title.
busy creating big time stuff in New York, the New York Knicks, man.
He's dropping big time loads.
Where?
The Lakers owner's daughter, right?
Well,
That's still happening. I don't know much about basketball. So I'm
Lakers'
just trying.
daughter. Hit us up on Butt State. Let us know who's dropping load.
Lakers daughter. First of all, that's what we just said.
That's your Twitter handle is at Lakers daughter.
At-
Load dumpster.
Since we're talking about
Lakers daughter.
basketball, there's a Facebook page called no, let me find it real quick. Oh, the Dunk Chronicles. It's just a small
The
page.
what now?
Dunk Chronicles.
Dunk. That's DUNK.
Rim Shakers.
Well, it's a dump because we're talking
That's
about
what
the
I-
Lakers daughter too.
Yeah,
The Dunk
not
Chronicles.
DUMP.
But
DUNK.
S.
they did a survey. They
There's
named
two of those if it's a good
They
thing.
did a little survey. Named Sean Kemp as the best in-game dunker.
In-game dunker. Yeah, I would go with Sean Kemp. Definitely.
And that raised another question, just as far as like talk, because now that the Seahawks are over, we obviously got to talk about other stuff. Just something I thought, just was thinking about. If you had to put together like your fantasy six, like 5 starters, 1 off the bench, your best basketball team, like
Come on, that's so hard.
I'll give you a
That's-
second to think because I thought about this for a while. My center is Shaq.
Okay.
My guards are Kobe and LeBron. My forwards are Bird.
Hold on. Your guards are Kobe and LeBron.
No, Jordan and Kobe. I fucked that up.
Well, you can do whatever you
I
want.
thought about this a lot. Wait a minute.
Jordan, Kobe. My forwards are Bird, Kemp. My off the bench is LeBron.
What?
What?
What? What? Yeah, I started Sean Kemp over LeBron James.
Yeah, well, that's one. LeBron
Bias.
James is a much better basketball player. That is 100% fucking homer right there.
Okay.
I knew
all right.
LeBron had to be on that squad, but I was just like, no, fuck it. Sean Kemp's starting. LeBron's a hell of a 6-man.
That's such a ridiculous team. Jordan and Kobe is your. Who's the point guard?
I don't know. Whoever will. I don't know.
I guess Jordan.
Jordan-
I guess Jordan because Jordan
Jordan
just
runs.
play whatever you want.
Jordan runs the shit. Kobe's your shooting guard. You got Larry Bird outside.
Just got Larry Bird in there throwing his skinny elbows.
He's one of the
around.
best in-game
Oh, well,
shooters
yeah.
of all time.
He was-
You got the way I looked at it was like I got the best center in my. I think Shaq. You all grew up loving Shaq.
If you don't love Shaq, you don't love happiness.
No,
You're a
he
guy
wasn't
that
great.
doesn't like things that are good in the world.
My time informed you of a movie called Shazam. What was it?
Can
Kazam?
you dig it?
Who would be your 6? Who would be your starting 5?
I'm not. I'm next week. I will answer that question. But are you serious? Like I gotta go.
really
Okay.
suck at
Regardless
Okay.
of position, okay.
Point guard.
Monkey
Scotty
Bucks.
Skiles.
Scotty Skiles, yes. Flanked by
No,
Monkey
see, I need
Bones.
time. I need time.
Pistol
Do
Pete.
you know? So I was looking at some.
Pistol Pete.
I was looking at some records today. Records that'll
Dr.
never
J.
be broken. That's what the thing was. The article. And Jordan, over a 15-year career. And I'm not exactly sure what but it was 30. I want to say it was 31 or 32 point something points per game over a 15-year career.
Didn't he play? I thought he played more than 15 years.
Well, whatever his career was, it
I
was
mean, over a
maybe
15, he had a 15 year.
plus.
He had the highest 15-year span of all time. 32 points over a 15-year span was
But-
the highest ever.
Right. Well,
Won't
because
get broken.
think about it. The longer your
No,
career
no.
goes, the average is going to be harder to keep.
Well, let's see that. I'm getting slightly confused.
He's
Did
averaging
he have the highest
30
15-year span or the highest career?
No.
Because you said 15 years, so now I'm just wondering. Because you
It's-
know how sports records do, like in the 10-year span, he was the best.
Oh, I gotcha.
For
yeah,
Monday
no,
nights when it
maybe,
wasn't cloudy.
I honestly, I don't remember. All I know is for at least 15 years, maybe there was more.
It sounds like he probably.
He averaged 30 points a game. That's ridiculous.
I'm guessing that's
ridiculous.
probably the 15-year span when he played with the Bulls. Yeah,
What?
that would make sense.
Wait a minute. He didn't play. Wait.
How many
Hold
years
on.
did he play
Let's
with the
look.
Bulls?
Look it up. Look it up. Because I'm pretty sure that it included the time with the Wizards.
Was he averaging 30 with the Wizards? I guess that
Well,
team
over
was shit.
you got to think about it. Over his career, it's an
Yeah,
average.
I guess
So that means for even times when he wasn't scoring 30 points a game, he had enough like 50-point games to make up for those.
And still making like $100 million selling underwear.
Yeah, that too. Haynes,
Don't forget.
Haynes, and a weird little mustache.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's a little that mustache.
Now, who else could rock that mustache without being labeled a child molester?
Right,
Someone
other
should
than
label
Michael
that.
Jordan. Michael Jordan doesn't. People are like, oh, I'm thinking about growing one of those tiny little Charlie Chaplin stashes.
It looked like Bizarro World.
So he
Michael
played
Jordan,
for
like
20.
evil Michael Jordan.
He played for 20 years. So
Okay,
so from 84 to 98 he was with Chicago, and then from 01 to 03 he was with Washington.
Okay. Well, either way, whatever.
The Wizards.
From what I know, for his career, 30 points per game. That was what I believe I read, and it was a damn impressive.
That's what I believe I read.
Yeah, no,
Don't really
it
have
may
that.
have been over his career because his lowest points per game, came in his last year, and that was 20, and everything above, everything before that is over 22 points. So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, it's probably over his whole career. That's just fucking ridiculous.
Anybody who doubts his
Same.
prowess was definitely not a Seattle fan in '96 because we saw it firsthand how the best Seattle team that's ever been fielded got fucking trounced in like 6 games.
Big time. But Gary Payton dunked. That happened
Gary Payton
in the
does.
'96 finals. That's okay.
And the Sonics got whooped.
Yeah, that's alright.
But everybody got whooped by the 96 Bulls.
Yes.
yeah, how
We
mad
had
are
a
you
couple
gonna
wins.
get?
I mean, that's really all you can really expect.
So
I
Well-
was a Jordan fan as a kid. I didn't care that I lived in Seattle.
So now we've fully reopened the wounds of sports past to
That's
cope
right.
with the wounds of sports today.
Yep, we brought it. I like
That's
that, Dan.
fun.
We just brought it full circle.
And I think as part of that coping, we should break into the liquor of the week
Hey,
because I
what
did
we
bring
got?
some. I brought some samples here for
we have a
us.
ton of stuff to sample today.
Let's
Just,
go.
We got beers to sample. We got scotches to sample. We got
We're
so
always
much
pointing
good
at the
stuff
computer,
for you, man.
but the camera's up there. That's how you know we're
See
amateurs.
the red dot,
The red dot.
just like on
There's
the
the
news.
camera.
What do you
Camera
want
one,
to do, beer?
camera two, camera one.
What do we got?
Wait, hold on.
I'll get up.
Within the
I'll get
first
up. I
hour.
want to stretch my legs.
Oh, I got a rock pitch. You want to? Let's take a 5-minute
Halftime.
half.
Right back.
Come back. Cue some music. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We're gonna come back with some alcohol reviews. If you want to watch that.
Back and forth with butt steak.
Good. Oh, there goes the chip.
Oh, stomp the chips out, bro.
You got the chips, Dad.
It just looks like a good bottle of booze.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
I could be lying, you could be hiding to see what's behind these closed doors. But I promise you,
that's gonna be really fun. I was looking at houses last night.
I hope so.
There's several open still. We got. I was looking at Sun River House last night.
Oh yeah, what time were we Pete's texting?
Well, dude, I mean, you said we're coming here. Okay. Okay. So, but that's kind of you guys like, well, like we're getting something over. Yeah, that's what I figured. We just bring some shit.
Order pizzas.
The Oars and expect dinner ready.
Kayla asked, she was like, what's the plan? She's like, you're just hopping out of the damn thing. I was like, no, we're doing this in our hands.
No, dude, we can do this.
Nice.
That's part of the next. This is the next phase of life. We're fucking old. We gotta be able to do something.
If you don't start now, you wouldn't have any use. It'd be slim. We really prepared to make pizzas to like high school events and shit.
I'm not used to this. I can turn a wrench.
So okay, so this is and like so be straight up, right? Or you saw how my mom and everybody did when we were there, like so.
Well, I told Nana each must take like one major day to cook.
Yeah, like you go through and we'll literally plan meals for every day. And then so when you get there, there's just nothing to think about. If we went to one night like at the end, we would fucking go.
I was seasoned to shit when I had shit when I came to town. What's it?
Dude, whatever. But anything else, so everybody did they trying to see me what? Yeah, one probably gonna make like Bangkok. Dude, it's like fucking.
all we have is jalapeno chips.
What kind of things for card?
Oh.
Let me go to beers.
Yeah. How do I get this thing off? Do I go to main cam?
Use the mouse, and you can just click on main cam.
Yeah,
Until he stops.
it's sample time.
So now, if I just click these scenes, they'll pop up, right?
So you can become producer. man. We'll see what he
So,
does.
screen 7.
It'd be like watching a monkey
What
play
is
with a
that?
fucking computer.
No. Don't.
Buy
We don't have. We
now.
only have 5 screens. This
Maybe
is no.
later.
Yeah, this is why you're not a producer. We only have 5 screens.
We have 4. We have
4.
literally these ones that have names.
Shut your faces.
Desktop, whiteboard. That that clip he showed you earlier was like he showed you something that we could do down the road
right
if we
here,
had a
whiteboard.
game, but like
I would
all
love
the
to.
stats and give us what.
Hey,
That's
if
just-
I could
that's
afford
just
season
all
tickets, I would go every fucking game.
Well, but we don't. But we can.
You look like an infidel.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm
we
saying.
do love the Teavers.
No, it'll be with
You know what we
with
should do?
Dan
We, should,
Okay.
we need to bring Butt State to an
Let's go back to main.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
Oh,
gonna
up to
sample
Everett away game.
some
Well,
libations.
well, we could.
Reservations for with the valid Victorian.
Valid.
Valid Victorian.
Terrible.
Valid Victorians.
All right, let's do it. Bud State, sampling liquor. What do we got?
State.
Oh, no.
You don't like the shoots?
No, I enjoy the shoots.
You don't like pale ale?
No, sir.
Oh.
I'm not a big ale fan, but
It's all right.
And they're both IPAs.
well, it's it's hit or miss when it comes to.
It's all right. I'm a porter and a stout guy.
I should have
Definitely,
consulted.
but it's worth the shot. I'll get
hey.
I'll get a bottle opener.
If nothing else, we got the fine.
Yeah, we're gonna try the finest, dirty Scottish.
Let me clear me palate here with
And
it.
see, I like.
Crown
I
Royals.
gotta empty the crown.
Get some,
I don't know.
fresh icy cubes.
See how I don't know if anybody. Should we just? Are we gonna? Are we all gonna? Should we just try one? And then if we
should
don't
just
want
try.
it,
I
we're
don't.
not.
Yeah, because I'm,
Yeah,
not-
sure.
I don't like.
I'm not a big.
We'll all
IPA
take a
guy,
swig.
but I'll give it a swig.
Got this at a tailgate. I just feel like I should give a plug. I don't know the guy's name, but this is a bottle opener. Just making that.
If only had the guy's name to actually plug it for
I got
him.
a cast iron or.
If you know who you are,
steel. It's pretty sweet.
if you know who that
Sea
was,
Ox,
shoot us a fucking text. We'll fucking we'll plug the guy on
Hit
the
me
Butt
with
State
a
page.
text.
Can we agree we never do that again?
Yeah. Nope.
All right.
Got it.
Hit me with a text. We need to record that. and use
You
it as a
didn't
drop.
agree, Dan. You didn't agree.
Yeah, I know. That's why I kept going.
My other problem with like
It's cold in here. Hood's on.
Washington Brewers came out and we had cornered the market on like craft beers and it was good. I feel like people are getting too creative with like the hoppiness. Like our beer in Washington is getting a little too hoppy. Wish they would go away from the hops, which would give you more of a stout.
They got good ambers and stuff in between too. You just gotta.
See, I'm a
So
big.
what's popular is hops.
I like
'Cause
the
what's
dark-
popular is all the spice and spicy foods.
Is it popular or is everybody just drinking it because somebody told them that hops is the way to go?
Yeah, it's probably a hipster thing too. You know, maybe we're just getting old.
So what are we trying? We're trying
Whoa.
Deschutes, Mirror
Everybody's
Pond.
a young dumbass.
I've had Mirror Pond. It's not terrible.
Mirror
I'm just
Pond,
not a
pale
huge
ale.
fan. I like Deschutes Brewing does have a stout. It's
I do
pretty
like
good.
to shoot stuff. If you ever go to the restaurant, that shit's cracking.
You know what? The Coca-Cola is in the way of the ability to see.
Hey,
It's
right
a
behind
good
the Butt State
beverage.
logo.
Thunderbirds are here.
It's a good beverage. It's just again, it's just not for my taste. It's not dark enough. I'm a dark beer fan. But if you're an ale
Well,
fan, it's
Well,
probably
it's gonna
delicious.
take a hit off the bottle like it's a rusty old bottle of hooch.
Yeah. like it's an Unforgiven and roll right into town.
Ah, it'd make a terrible face after you drink some.
If it's Unforgiven, then I guess you'd be Morgan Freeman.
So what do we got? Did we talk about
You'd
it?
be
We got
Clint Eastwood.
We got
It's
Deschutes
Deschutes, Mirror Pond,
Mirror
Pale Ale.
Pond Pale Ale here. The Mirror
It's
Pond.
not bad. It's not overly hoppy. I don't really think it's super
No.
hoppy for a pale ale.
It's
Well,
not. It's
I
just
can taste Dan's herpes. I can taste.
He's got an
Orch's-
acquired taste for it at this point.
I can taste Orch's butt stash. He had a little.
He's like a drug dog, but with sexually transmitted
and he
diseases.
knows that because he's had herpes. He has herpes, and he's giving
And
more
a butt stash.
He's giving more mustache rides than fucking.
He can taste specific.
Who are you gonna go
Sorry,
with? Tom
Ramrod.
Selleck?
Why do I have these heart candies? Are straight ass.
I like them. They're addictive. Maybe
Oh,
it's
well,
just
here
kind
you
of
go.
on a
Give
sugar
me one of
feed.
this. Let's try the good stuff. So yeah, so we tried that Deschutes Mirror Pond Pale Ale.
Let's go. Let's
Out
go.
of 5, what do you give it?
It's out of 5. I'll give it a 2.
2.
I'll give it a 3 because if it's something,
Yeah,
if I
it's a solid pass.
start,
No, I'm biased too. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I don't usually like pale ales, so I'm biased here.
Well, let's give the what do we got? We got a Fremont.
What do we got? We got
Interurban IPA.
we got another IPA. Sweet.
Yeah, sorry.
Interurban Fremont Brewing, huh?
Yep.
See,
Local
now,
brewer.
Sure. Now, are we gonna dump them all over ourselves like Stone Cold, or are we gonna drink them?
I think now that you said it, we have to. Maybe that's what we do for the bet.
no, we don't have to.
It's pretty cold in this garage. People knew how cold it was in this garage.
Do you want to close the door?
They
Keep some
know.
heat in.
They know. I mean, we could try. I
we'll
don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference.
We've been in Colorado.
Let's give it a sec, because it's gonna hurt the audio just for a second.
It's already been open.
Yeah, let's close it.
It's, what do we, Interurban IPA from the Fremont Brewing Co. Because beer matters is what it says on it.
But realistically, before you even drink it, does it not look like it's just gonna taste like Minute Maid
By the way,
in a can? It looks like Minute
Old
Maid.
country lemonade. Old country time.
should I say? Well, I'll save the toast for the whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll jump into that. I kind of like the toast right after halftime like this.
Ah,
it's like
see?
a coach motivational speech,
man.
like the adjustment for halftime.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
See, we
well, we
should've
make
just-
quality halftime adjustments.
We should have just tried.
We
Should have
always
just
have.
tried one, because I don't even want to drink this.
Mine tend to be in the pelvic region. My adjustments.
Yeah, you know what? This
my dick,
IPA
so to
here, it's got a decent flavor when it hits my face, but in the back of my throat.
Then those hops show up.
This is way too hoppy.
But it's fruity as fuck before that.
Yeah,
It's like
the
really
initial
flavorful
the
and
initial
kinda
taste
herby.
is okay, but then all that hops, it's not.
In the
And obviously,
words-
they got a trolley car
Well,
covered in hops.
In
Professor
the
Dan
words of a
fucking
greater
fuck
man
us.
than myself, pimpin', this is not the one the Lord chose.
So
Well,
I'm gonna
I learned
get everybody some new glasses.
one thing
so
we learned at
We're
IPA.
not gonna mix
tonight,
this with the crown.
IPA does not fly at butt state
Not
with coaches.
IPA. That doesn't mean we'll never find an IPA that's solid.
One
I
of
mean,
these
somebody,
days.
hey, brewmeisters out there, if you think you got an IPA that Butt State will enjoy, you prove us wrong.
Oh, we got the good ones.
Yup, you pulled out some quality glasses.
Never mind, they say Crown Royal in the
So-
glass. I won't have Crown Royal inside.
Well, no, but they've been washed. So we got Ardbeg,
Art. Now
You
spell
want to
it.
get up? You want to get up
Spell
on the
it.
camera with that shit?
ARD.
Yeah, go up, get in the camera.
BEJ.
Get nice and comfortable up there. Show the people what's
Bring
up.
it in for the real thing.
Like it's like
What do we got?
Price is Right.
Is it? Can you see that, Dan?
a little bit.
Oh, yep, right there.
The
Leave
light
it
will
there.
adjust there.
Leave it there. There it is. So that's what we got. 10 years old, at least.
It's a 10-year. It is out of Islay in Scotland, which is
Now that we apologize if you're from the fine
country of Scotland. We don't know.
city. Now is
Islay.
Islay or Islay? Is that a city? I'm assuming that's a city.
It's a city on the Atlantic.
We apologize if we're not pronouncing it right.
I
which
slay,
we're probably not.
you slay, we all slay. For Ardbeg. Yeah, we slay that puss.
Islay.
Blowing
yeah.
backs out in Scotland.
It is a small,
She was a strong lass.
Oh,
It is
strong
a-
from many years of tending the sheep.
It's a small
Fighting
town.
off English invaders.
Small town on the southern coast.
Tis my noble right.
Oh no, hold on.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
is
always have.
Islay is a small island
I'm putting on Braveheart
which is
music.
part of Scotland.
Oh, we go right up.
Ardbeg is one of the southern cities on the Atlantic coast.
There we go. Real information. You hear that? Those are facts.
Off the back of the box. So, yeah, either way, just felt like trying a nice bottle of scotch.
Yep.
Went to Bevmo, which is a great place. Same with Total Wine.
I see.
Great
Now, when it comes
selection.
down, I gotta say honestly, I prefer Total Wine
Over Bevmo?
over Bevmo.
I
But if
would-
you need the accessories, if you need stuff for your bar, if you need stuff for the wine, I think Bevmo's a little better. They got more stuff. But as far as the actual
The
beverages,
selection at
I think
Total
Total
Wine
Wine is better.
Yeah, I went to the one, the new one up in Issaquah Highlands. It was small,
Yeah.
especially after going to a Total Wine.
Right.
Selection was a lot smaller, so
Total Wine in South Center. Quality one. We got Mel Gibson. Is that up? Can the good people see that?
I'll switch to the desktop here. We can see the picture of Martin Riggs, aka.
People. We are the people.
what are we watching?
Braveheart's for the
I
people.
put on the love theme.
Is that
for
Mel
Braveheart.
Gibson?
He
Not
said,
the
"Love you
people
always
anymore.
have."
Now people all know who Mel Gibson is. He's not okay.
And let's be honest, if some of our crazy voicemails got out to the rest of the world.
One of mine did, and I almost got arrested. And
You ever said anything wild on the phone?
Never like he said.
Well, okay, so you ever said no wild shit, like in a fight with a girl, I'm gonna say some
I've
wild shit?
said wild shit in my life. I've never said anything wildly anti-Semitic.
Okay, now granted there was that. I'm just saying.
So wait, are people seeing us or are they seeing
They're
this?
literally seeing my desktop.
That's what I'm talking about.
You wanted to show off Mel Gibson for a second. Now, pour this fine pour this fine. So
Here we go. We're gonna try this.
I love Scotch. Always have.
Now on the front,
I bet the
it
people
said
of Scotland
this-
are pissed that we just equate Scotland to Mel Gibson.
We're doing our cultural appropriation of the day. Let's all put on kilts and swing our dicks around because that's
So
all
we're
the Scotsmen
gonna
do.
heighten the expectations. It's guaranteed 10 years old, which means it's at least 10 years, but it could be 12.
Hey,
You don't
who
really
knows?
know.
Who knows?
And on the
all
front,
a
this is considered by whiskey connoisseurs
Whiskey.
to be not only the best of the Islay malt whiskeys, but the
Islay,
best
Islay.
whiskey in the world.
That's just whiskey.
So on their label, they're saying this by whiskey connoisseurs is the best whiskey in the world.
This thing seems strong now.
I don't know if I drank enough whiskey to
That was-
determine
that
if
was
this is the
fancy
best,
talk,
best whiskey.
Look how fucking clear that is, dude. Look how clear that is compared to the Crown.
Whiskey's supposed to be clear, boys.
Dude, that looks like.
No, I'm sure it's
compared to
just.
the Crown. That's had ice in it. That's fucking so clear. Ooh, but it smells like whiskey.
Oh.
Does it ever smell like whiskey?
It's not the
Why is
time.
I can hear Braveheart music still playing on Bud State?
Because we're
unacceptable. Take it off.
Until we drink our fine Scotch.
Stop it!
So we're gonna toast now.
Here we go, boys.
God, it just looks like a fucking crystal clear.
It's so fucking clear. It looks like fucking like fight.
I'm not doing it with Braveheart music.
Okay.
And that's like the he just died or he's like asleep in the
It's
woods.
for the love of a princess. It's they're doing their passionate fucking.
If you don't
in the
like
woods
Mel Gibson,
after they got married and they
you
eloped.
can still watch Braveheart. It's great.
Well, the movie itself
It's fucking good.
is different than Mel Gibson. Here we go.
Do you forever like not watch Seinfeld now because Kramer did his shit?
Yeah, it's
It taints it
harder.
kinda,
It's
right?
harder to watch.
Definitely, it changes.
Here we go.
All right.
May those who love us, and may those who don't love us, may the Lord turn their hearts. And if he can't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles, so we may know them by their limping. Cheers, boys.
I don't think this is a shooting whiskey. So
No, you gotta sip that.
Let's see.
Oh, that's for strong men.
What?
It's for strong men with hair on their peaches.
If you don't have Harry Peaches now or before,
If you
you never have
don't
them
know,
Now
now
you know.
Oh,
now. Man, that taste is very unique.
I like that.
It's like leather almost. is what
Yeah,
it smells
dude,
like.
that.
Again, if I didn't have a huge like kind of acid reflux problem, that'd be just nothing but awesome.
It tastes like Ron Burgundy's apartment smells.
Yes,
Of
rich
rich
mahogany.
Leather-bound books.
Scotchy Scotch. I love Scotch.
This is a
This is a good whiskey.
This is
very
some Ron Burgundy whiskey.
God damn.
This set for 10 years.
shout out to
Before it
John
ever got to us.
Gunderson, as we're drinking fine whiskeys.
JG.
Oh god.
JG.
Junior grade.
PB.
No, that's not no.
John Gunderson, sorry. I
That's
going off on acronyms.
The father of PB, the man that sired him,
Father Peeves.
Father Peebs, Father Gunderson,
Dude, I find
John
every-
Gunderson, the
we
man that sold a wine room and a sauna to Peyton Manning.
I find
Yeah.
this
And the paterfamilias of the Gunderson clan.
Paterfamilias.
I find this remarkably smooth.
Oh, and
It's got that strong
That
burn
fucking
to it, but
flavor,
it's
though,
god
man.
damn.
Yeah.
It's really unique.
it's creepy
I've
when
never
he
tasted
does the
anything
glass
like
that way too. So all these things are
He
happening.
looks like a Bond villain.
Well,
I don't typically drink fine Scotch.
We're a lot
I
alike.
might just kill Dan tonight.
I don't typically drink like good Scotch. This is
So
good
this
Scotch.
is this is good.
Scotch
You did-
drinker.
You done well, boy. You done well.
This.
Hey.
Now see, you can't buy things like this when you have a roommate that's a borderline alcoholic. It
No,
steals all your
you
booze.
can't do that.
This is, God damn it! I'm a fan. I'm sold.
Now you just threw that out there on the web, man.
I love the
Web,
guy.
web.
I love the guy, but he knows damn well he drank way too much of my liquor while he was here.
Tron.
He knows.
Tron.
He knows.
That's not even a real name. It's Tron.
No.
Tron. Too much liquor, man.
I love the
It's
guy.
Too much liquor.
He
And
knows.
now you need to stop being a ghost, living out in
Come on the
Saskatoon or wherever it is.
Come on, Butt State, answer for your crimes.
Yeah, get out here on Butt State. Put him on here.
Sucks.
Put him on here.
You suck.
Tron, you can make a you can
Did you boys watch that
Speak
video?
to the
I put
world.
up?
Yes, I watched it.
Kurt Angle freaking out.
I saw that. I saw
You guys
that.
need to stop. Give me the respect I deserve.
He definitely deserves it. Poppies.
Oh God.
So, do we have
So that's our liquor of the
to the
week.
Bud State viewers?
do you think
Do
of
we
the
still
Scotch?
have viewers? Do we have Bud State
What
viewers?
now?
Yeah, one. Nobody's talking to us.
Why?
We'll be on YouTube next week and we'll have way more.
Well, of course.
Wait and see.
Covered a lot.
Wait and see. Well, we haven't hit the people in the tickle bone yet. We haven't.
Do you want to know what happened on this day in sports?
Sure.
Because I happen to have that.
This day in sports.
Now this changed the world. In 1951,
1950.
one Fidel Castro pitched in a game in Cuba, and he was ejected after hitting too many batters. After that, he gave up baseball and took on a life of politics. The rest is history. On this day in 1973,
Wow.
Joe Frazier.
Wait, let's go on.
There you are.
Wait.
A bomb.
Before you go to
shell
number
right
two,
there.
yeah, I was
He
about to say.
prepared for the
He was-
Castro
well,
news.
nobody looked like they wanted to.
You're saying one man who maybe just didn't master his two-seam
Yeah.
became the world's leading communist dictator
Right.
It was
because of a bad game at pitching.
It could have been.
Possibly.
I mean, that could have
Do you
been
think
the
it's
reason.
because he missed out on the orange slices after the game?
I
Rice
think
Krispie
so.
treats. You know,
Yeah, well, I
think
mean,
it was.
I don't think you get those when you get ejected, right?
I mean, the way they kept records back in 1951, this could all
Fidel,
be
you are such angry boy.
purely speculative.
No
but
bubblegum.
that's what.
No bubblegum for you, Fidel. Until you stop hitting the batters.
And in 1973, Joe Frazier lost his first professional fight, which was also the first fight broadcasted on HBO. Do you know who he lost to?
Joe Frazier
Joe Frazier. Down goes
was Muhammad
Frazier.
Ali's first loss.
No.
No, his first professional fight.
No, he lost his
first
first
professional loss.
professional. Yes, he lost
His first professional loss.
Sorry,
right?
it was his first professional loss, not his first professional
right.
fight.
First professional
'Cause he was
loss.
the champ in '73.
No, I don't know who Frazier lost to first.
He later came on to have a very successful line of grills.
Yeah, give us some. Oh, George
George
Foreman.
Foreman.
Wow.
George
I
Foreman.
was about to say that was a hell of a clue right there.
George Foreman.
Hold on. George Foreman was Joe Frazier's first loss.
Yeah.
I did. Huh.
I didn't know that either. I was just looking up dumb stuff
Why
to
do I
talk
feel
about
like
today.
that happened the other way?
Shit, because George Foreman was in his prime. Now he was a scary ass man in his fucking prime.
Yeah, but then Muhammad Ali beat him down.
Yes.
George Foreman has that big man game though, so like Muhammad Ali was just a quicker
It was
Big man with
overall-
range.
Overall, just better fighter.
Robodope, right? Wasn't the
But-
Robodope fight? Was
but-
the Foreman fight?
But Foreman
If you want to talk a
was
little.
out knocking out steers.
Yeah, punching cows in the head.
We're going to talk about fighting. You go into the biggest name in fighting right now, the Irishman, Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor as we drink our fighting.
March
Conor McGregor.
Saturday, March 6th, going up, taking on Rafael dos Anjos, looking to be the first, now not the first two-weight class champion, but the first active. Because originally they said that if McGregor took this 155 title fight, that he would vacate his 145, and the guy's definitely can talk because he told Dana White he will actively defend both titles, and if that means dropping and gaining weight to go back and forth between weight classes, he's like, no, I'm going to be an active champ in both weight classes. So he's looking to become the first active two-weight division champion. There's been other ones, but the ones before, when they moved up and when they moved down, they vacated the belt they've already had to win the next belt. So he's looking to become the first active two-weight division champ.
I'd like to see McGregor do it.
By looking at him at the press conference, Rafael looks like he has zero confidence. Just by the way he sat there and he watched Conor talk, McGregor just
He is.
walks out spitting
Not
machismo.
everybody's the guy that's going to talk like that.
No, and
Doesn't mean
McGregor-
he's not.
McGregor stared Dos Anjos in the eye and told him, he's like, I'm going to dismantle you. I'm going to walk through your hometown in Brazil with your head on a fucking, in my hand. He's like, hey, you got really
Got
really-
real personal.
real
This
biblical.
escalated quickly.
I think your babies praise be to Allah. God is the greatest.
You've got real biblical, talking about cutting heads off and walking
Right.
through city centers with his head.
I'll go fuck you till you let me,
That
faggot.
Seems like a lot of hostility.
Yeah, probably didn't need to go that far, but looking at McGregor, he looks great at 155. He looks huge, and if he keeps the speed, which I don't
Right.
imagine he's going to lose, I don't see him losing in that fight.
Do you think anything goes around? We saw what happened last time. I was here what happened last time.
Well, McGregor said point blank in the press conference, "I will knock you out within a minute."
I mean,
He looked Rafael dos Santos straight in the eye and said, "I'm going to knock you out in under a minute."
Who doubts him?
Well,
It's hard to doubt him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
it is hard to doubt him. I mean, a minute is... a guy could potentially avoid a guy for a
Yeah,
minute.
exactly.
Maybe.
But he's like,
But
if Brad
I mean,
Pitt's
you-
character from Snatch became a UFC fighter,
Yeah.
that's basically Conor
Yeah.
McGregor, the fucking
Yeah.
pikey, the one-shot machine gun.
Yep.
Hey.
If he-
Now, does he want the periwinkle blue? Is all I want to know for his mom.
Hey, Periwinkle Blue. It's for me, Mom.
You like tags?
Do you like tags?
So what? I guess
Also that night you got Holly
Proper
Holm.
fucked.
If you care,
fighting
Holly
Easter
Holmes
Kish.
defending her title against in her first title defense against Misha Tate.
Yeah, I care. That's cool. I mean, it's worth watching.
Misha Tate, that body,
Hey,
fucking
it's worth watching.
Christ. Holly Holm, not so much. She looks like a buffed up.
Hey,
fucking,
easy now. That's
Okay.
not. They're fighters, man. They're fighters. You don't. They're women.
Better.
No, she looks good. She's kind of got a fucking Tanya Harding look to her. Misha Tate is gorgeous. I think Misha
Talking
Tate
about
looks
Holly Holm?
amazing. Holly Holm's got a little bit
What
of
I'm saying.
all right.
Yeah. Well, which one do you think's the better fighter? Is what
Holly
I'm
Holm.
getting at. Okay.
probably Holly Holm.
I
She
like
knocked
how
out
you're-
Ronda.
You're being very progressive about this, but I still want to know who has the better moose knuckle, her or Chris Christie. They both are very prominent.
It's hard, like when you ask who has the better one. Is that, which one would you rather see up close and personal, or which one would you rather stand back
I mean,
and
just
point and laugh
if
at?
you're just going to look at it objectively, like you're looking at like a sculpture in an art museum.
You're just staring at it straight.
There's
in.
like two mannequins, and it's just those like the pelvises.
If I had to,
Wearing
devote
underwear.
time and staring
You're
at one of
sitting in a
them,
chair.
I would rather stare at Holly Holm than I would Chris Christie.
You're sitting in a chair in Portland, and it's right on a table in front of you.
I've stared at some
And
shit.
she's going, look at it.
I've stared at some stuff in Portland that
Dude, you
nobody
don't
should
remember?
have to stare
Yeah,
at.
you know,
No,
you
I
remember
do.
What I'm talking about?
That's when I got up and I said, stripper ass is not supposed to smell like my ass.
Oh.
That's what it smells like in Portland.
well, you just got, got
Not everywhere in Portland. Portland's a fine town. Although we're coming to Portland. We're going to Portland. We didn't even tell Big Dan this yet. We're going to Portland to see the T-Birds play the Winterhawks in Portland. Butt State from Portland. It's going to be big time.
Because we're coming
I'll be there.
to your city.
To your city. Yes, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And when is it? When is it actually, Orange? Maybe perhaps you should get the tab there.
I could look up the schedule. We
it
would
up.
just tentatively. It's somewhere between now and March when the season ends.
I mean, it's going to happen.
I'll look it up. One might. I think we should
Did
possibly.
we just take the last road trip to Portland?
Yeah, we should possibly think about doing a live broadcast from UFC 197, the McGregor dos Anjos fight.
at the fight.
No,
Here at your house.
what? No,
I was
I'll
like,
order
what are you
it.
saying,
Wherever
bro?
we order it, we should do. Yeah, we could do, or a portal if we can start
Live
doing little
commentary?
small uploads.
Yeah.
That'd be good for like
That'd be good because
Periscope.
we apologize for the semi-contentless show this week.
I think there's been. I don't know. I
We've
think
got-
it's been all right.
Well,
So we've got basically I have like the little red man on my shoulder.
right. I tend to be negative about these things.
Well, in between somehow we form a family, like Three's Company, like we're like a sitcom.
Right.
You're
Friday,
you're
March
kind of like the,
16th.
Amongst beers we don't like and whiskey that we do.
Friday, March 16th in Portland.
Friday, March 16th in Portland. Won't that be really close to the time we're going to Portland anyway?
Oh
Are we
God!
doing
If
this
we
in
can,
one weekend?
if we can turn it into one weekend.
Oh!
tour de force.
Portland, you better get ready, cause we're coming.
On your
Say
shit.
that again.
What are you gonna do?
To your shit.
Hey. If you take it out of the country context and turn it into a Lionel Richie song. Man, what, I don't know.
It was kind of like a
Richie didn't sound like that.
in the city of Portland, but state is coming, drinking liquor, cheap liquor.
Damn it, I can't. I don't know what to go after that.
Anyway, all right. Portland. Yep, we're gonna go. We're gonna see the skate park. We're gonna see the big bottle of piss,
The
and
Pace
we're
Park.
gonna see the T-Birds beat Portland in Portland.
Yeah,
March 16th, Butt State. Here we go.
Portland's a fun town.
It's a fun town. It's a
great
good time. We
town.
have a good time every time we go.
The skate park though, Burnside,
Yeah.
does smell like straight
Oh,
ass.
there's a
and
giant.
piss.
There's a giant puddle of piss up there.
I've been there. It's fucked.
It's not okay. Portland, clean up your puddle of piss.
Yeah, seriously.
Hose that thing down.
It's historic. It's like the gum wall.
No, yeah,
It's
but
like
the gum wall
gum
doesn't
wall.
smell like
You know what else?
gingivitis.
You know what else?
Every
you know what
morning
else
I-
I think is gross? The gum wall. The gum wall doesn't need to be there. Seattle, clean your gum wall.
They
It's
did.
gross.
It's
nasty.
not there anymore.
Oh, well,
But
good.
it's still allowed
But
to be.
people are gonna start doing it
rebuilding
again.
it. Yeah, they're not taking it away.
It's disgusting.
Well, if it's gross, just don't go. Man.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Well, yeah.
And I won't.
What
now
are you
you're saying
taking?
so-
What are you taking the gum out of your mouth? Everybody, random people taking the gum out of their mouth and sticking it to the wall until there's no place where there's no gum, and you're just sticking your gum on top of other gum. Like, what are we doing? What
It's
are we
a
doing as a
meta-
city, as a people? What are we doing? What
It's
are we
a
doing?
I think it's people crying out that we want to go back to Roman times where we just have massive community orgies and nobody cares
I don't
who
think
gets
that's
to
what they're
where.
saying.
I do.
That's
That's kind of a jump from a gum wall, but sure. I'll go with you. Fuck it.
If you want to philosophically look at it,
I'll smoke it with you, man. We'll go to the Looney Bin together.
it's a lost people that need the Sonics back. We've got nothing better to do than put gum on walls, throw fish around. Apparently, every time I watch an NFL game, it's like, okay, in Seattle, the rest of the world, all we're doing is throwing fish
And listening to Nirvana.
and listening to Nirvana.
Drinking coffee. Everyone drinks coffee. Kids.
Hey, you want to know what
drink it for
everybody's
dinner.
thinking about fucking Seattle now? You know you've heard about it. I know you've seen it. And the loss to Carolina irritated me, and now you're just sending me on a tangent. But
Oh, here we go.
did you ever see the letter from the fucking fan to Cam Newton? The Sarah lady?
Yeah,
That pissed me off as a fan more than the game did.
yeah.
That lady literally just...
Made us look
That
pretty
irritated
bad.
me so fucking bad. And it, like, I get it, you have your views, but like, you can't just send that shit viral and try to pretend like you're speaking for everyone, and then all of a sudden bring your religious views into it, and then all of a sudden accuse Cam Newton, oh, when you threw that flag, that means you don't like kids with cancer. That is so fucked in so many ways.
No, it was
She just sounded like an idiot. Is all.
so far off.
But if they're talking about it on Mike and Mike,
she's an idiot.
I don't know if most people
But
do.
she did. I mean, do people really think she's speaking for the whole city? Do people think that's what everybody thinks here? Is
Nobody
like,
here does.
Yeah, you hate people with cancer, Cam. Like, who thinks that about anybody?
I just I can't even talk. It irritated
not
me
like-
on so many like deep levels.
That's not like that's an opinion of a stupid person.
It's just like
That's
Maybe
not
that's
like
why-
George Bush doesn't care about black people. That was a fact. That wasn't.
I couldn't even get mad about the Seattle loss because that came out and that pissed me off more than the loss did. That letter enraged me more than Seattle losing to Carolina. Like, it almost erased the fact that we lost.
She sounded as bad as the 49er fans that wanted us to be quiet.
Wanted the NFL to tell Seattle that they weren't allowed to
Too
cheer because
loud.
it was an unfair advantage.
Yeah, too loud. Fans are too loud. It's
I mean,
not
how do you
fair.
just sound like the most salty bitch in the world?
Yeah, no, well, anyway.
You gonna cry
I'm
for me,
hitting
cry,
that red
baby,
button you were talking
cry.
about. I'm
I know.
hitting that
Come
red
on,
button.
cry for
We
me,
don't
cry,
need, we don't
baby.
need. Okay, now we're revisiting Ralphie. Christmas story reference. We've gone deep off the edge. We found that place, folks. Welcome to the end of Butt State,
so. Hey, we are moving right along.
where the left turn goes to the wall.
Thing is fancy free.
You want to end this with some live theater?
Well, what are,
do
what are
have
we
some
talking
live
about?
theater.
What is live theater?
Live theater.
Live theater is at I have 2 scripts.
What are we doing here?
Now, one
Why do we have scripts?
one is a dispatcher, and one is another guy. Now this is real life.
None of this is planned. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, this is,
right now.
I planned it.
We have one mind plan.
We don't
Well,
have to,
obviously
but
he
right now
planned it.
we're towards the end, and I figured like this might be the good. Okay, so you have the police dispatch. You have a guy who was him and his buddy were tasked with the job of driving 20 pounds of marijuana from Las Vegas to Idaho. They successfully made it into Idaho, but they smoked too much and they got so paranoid that they called the police department, who had no idea these guys had crossed the border with 20 pounds to turn themselves in, even though they unknowingly turned themselves in because they were so paranoid. You want to be the dispatch or
Is
the
the audio
pothead?
I want to be dispatch.
Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it? Because I've heard this.
You can go ahead.
Okay, so let me say, hold on, I gotta.
I just want to find the audio of this just to.
We can
pull
play
up.
the audio at
Put
the
some
end.
music in the background or
Okay,
something.
so we had two guys named Leland and Holland. Who you're going to hear me reading is Leland. Matt is going to be playing dispatch. Like I said, they were driving from Vegas to Idaho, transporting 20 pounds of marijuana. They crossed the Idaho state line, and that's where we're going to pick up.
This is quite possibly some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
It's only going to get worse.
Here we go.
Hi, we're the two dumbasses that got caught trying to bring some stuff through your borders, and all your cops are driving around us like a bunch of jackwagons. And I'd just like for you guys to end it. If you could help me out with that, we would like to just get on with it.
You got caught doing what?
Okay. Well, we got kind of spooked here trying to bring some stuff across your Idaho border.
Okay.
And yeah, a bunch of your cops are obviously driving around in a bunch of civilian cars, not wanting to pick us up. I don't know what the deal is. I was just wondering if you could help us out and just end it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you could call one of them, I don't know. It's getting cold out here, man. I just want to get warm and just get on with the whole thing, so...
Okay. Where are you right now?
University Boulevard, right next to the gas station and Applebee's. All your buddies are around us, so if you could just help us out, that'd be great.
Okay, alright. It's just you, or is there anybody else with you?
It's me and a buddy that I brought with me, and we have a dog that we were going to bring back to an owner, but...
Oh, okay.
She's a really nice dog. She's not mean. She's a pit bull.
Oh, cool.
She's really cold in the car. She could use some food, too.
Okay, what's your name, man?
Yeah, it's Leland.
Okay, hold on just 1 second, okay? Stay on the phone with me.
Now, Dan's going to play my buddy. All right, thank you. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
The dispatch guy is a nice guy. No, I'm talking to you. You're the guy in the passenger
What?
seat.
I don't think the people.
I'm a placeholder.
Do you guys have any guns or weapons or anything on you at all?
Nope. We don't have any of that stuff with us. Just a bunch of snacks and stuff.
All right. I just want to make sure. They're just curious.
Yeah. We're tired of... We tried walking away from the car a couple times, and that didn't work. We tried waving them down, and that didn't work. So I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, I do have one of my marked units. He's on his way over there, so he's on his way to meet you.
All right, thank you. Shortly after they were arrested for transporting 20 pounds of marijuana across state lines.
How is it that anyone could call the police on themselves? I can't imagine any state where I'm so effed up.
You can't
that I'm calling the police on myself.
You can't make that kind of shit up.
No, that's
you
good.
Can't.
That's good. That's good stuff.
I heard,
good
yeah.
stuff. Well, I don't know if that should close Platte State out.
We still got a couple
That
of
was
things.
that was good stuff.
You got some stuff?
Did they actually have audio of that? Those guys talk.
Yes, we could have played the audio, but I thought a little bit of live theater in my life and
Live theatre.
Live, that's.
Some of you may have heard of Shakespeare's play.
Pretty sure that's what when people see this show, that's what they're thinking. Like, man, I hope these guys do some live theater.
Well, when I graduated from Dartmouth, I was a performing arts major.
You guys, if you could help me out with that, we would like to get on with it.
You got caught doing what?
God. Okay.
Does that have to pick up
We kind of got food here, trying to bring some stuff across your Idaho
We'll
border.
post this on our site.
Okay.
And, yeah, a bunch of your cops driving around a bunch of civilian cars, just not wanting to pick us up. I don't know what's the deal. I was just wondering if you could help us out and just end it.
For our pit bull. He's a nice pit bull. We don't have any weapons. We're just two fucking dummies.
Oh, man.
Those kids, if you saw their mugshot, it looks like two kids that were just getting beat up in high
There were
school.
two kids that got tasked with
The
And
Corey and
they
Trevor.
made it. They made it. They didn't have to cross. They got freaked out crossing state lines. They didn't have to cross country lines. Like, I get it. If you're driving into Canada, you're probably shitting your pants. But you're just driving into Idaho.
Right.
And you're 2 white guys. You're
And you
good.
made it.
You're good.
You're idiots.
Well,
What are you?
2 white guys don't get stopped driving into Idaho. They give you $100.
Yeah,
And a hood.
Not in a decent car. Oh man.
The mugshots of these guys
Well-
look fucking great.
What do you, here's something we can probably close out with. We got the AFC NFC Championship coming up, and I'm not asking anybody to get into depth. We don't have to break anything down. But we were talking about trying to have bets every week. So obviously, we got 2 big games we can bet on. Before we get into what we're taking and all that, like who you're taking, we should figure out what the loser, whoever came in last in the bets, what do they got to do next week? Now, if you watched last week's episode and you're wondering why there was no punishments dealt out this week, that's because you, the viewers, we asked you to give us some ideas. You didn't give us any, so fuck you. We're just going to sit here and have a good time.
Fuck you.
This is 100% on you because you guys are a bunch of fucking jackholes. So,
All right.
we're going to have to come up with our own.
And there goes our last viewer.
I think our broadcast might have froze up here. Hold on a second.